Hello to everyone at the Irish Inquiry, and thanks for giving us the opportunity to get this out in the truth out in the open. My name is Colin Granahan, and I'm here today 3 years on from the unlawful eviction of the McGann family at their family home lands in Falls, Strokestown, County Roscommon. Please keep the next sentence in your minds, and I will come to it throughout this statement and again at the end of this brief update. There is no reconciled warrant of execution in existence, now or ever, for the McGann family home and lands. In relation to the deceptive court document that pertains to be a High Court order for execution, an execution order for possession dated the 8th of August 2018, that was allegedly executed. I am fully aware that this is only a small portion of the complete documentation. Is this why there is no reconciled execution order in existence? KBC Bank has never obtained a judgment against the Michael Anthony McGann, as can be seen on the High Court website. As I've previously highlighted on a video from the McGann family home on the 12th of November 2020, Danny Noon of KBC Bank swore in oath he took possession from 3 different individuals in 3 different affidavits sworn and put before the court. Obviously, bear with me. Obviously, in the first affidavit was reported to the authorities, Mr. Noon swore a second affidavit. As the case of fraud progressed, he needed to swear a third affidavit to cover up the lies he swore in the first 2. The gang, under the direction of Mr. Aidan Devlin, who carried out this unlawful eviction of December 2018, were mostly made up of criminals with previous court convictions for criminality. Separately, they were operating without no PSA licence, no insurance, and no lawful right to be there whatsoever. Mr. Devlin's gang had already wreaked havoc and misery on numerous families throughout the island of Ireland for the past number of years, even after they were reported with criminal complaints lodged with Gardaí in Balbriggan, County Dublin, in August 2018, and pulse numbers obtained. They continued their endeavours to put Irish people out of their homes. If the Gardaí in Balbriggan had properly investigated Mr. Devlin's criminal accomplices, they would not ever have been in Falsk, but instead they would have been before the courts. Also, if the Gardaí in Castlereagh Garda Station, County Roscommon, had been carrying out their duties properly, this gang should have been properly vetted. Instead, the Gardaí in Castlereagh escorted them into Falsk on the 11th of December 2018 and stood idly by and watched them assault everyone present, with the McGann family and in particular the vicious assault set upon retired Garda Kevin Taylor. The McGann family media, both national and locally, has allegedly been sold, contrary to order of Leonie Reynolds in the High Court dated the 16th of April 2021, where she made an order for a full hearing of this case. Despite the best efforts of the McGann family, this hearing has not taken place to date. Does this mean that KBC Bank are now in contempt of court? Again, I stress there is no reconciled warrant in existence in order for the case to proceed. When evidence of this document was sought from the relevant bodies, that being Fintan J. Murphy, County Register for Roscommon, Joint and Crawford Solicitors for KBC Bank, and the Central Office of the High Court, each replied back saying the other had it. After being stonewalled, Anthony McGann made an application to the court for discovery of this document. On his way to court to further this application for discovery of the reconciled warrant, Anthony was arrested and spent the next 6 months in Mountjoy jail. Along with myself and retired Garda Kevin Taylor. Again, I'm coming back to the reconciled warrant. I hope after this it is clear to you that KBC Bank has no lawful right to the McGann family home and lands without the reconciled warrant putting them in possession. If this eviction was lawful, the reconciled warrant of execution for possession at Falk's, Strokestown, County Roscommon, by order of Chief Justice Frank Clark, now retired, should have been lodged immediately after Fintan J. Murphy, Roscommon, County Register, in the Central Office of the High Court. To this day, the staff in the Central Office tell us they don't have it or completely ignore our request. Maybe Leo Varadkar, after seeing the evidence as has been presented, will stand up first and foremost for the people he is supposed to represent and stop being a lapdog for the banks and the big corporations. So there is given, there's a lot of stuff that we have besides that needs to be held onto, but we need to put that out in the public domain because the McGann family has no voice. The media is putting out, the mainstream media, what they are told to put out from the court services or from the big payers, the corporations. This is a factual, everything that I have said in this statement today, I can prove. I have the evidence. They gave us the evidence in their affidavits and in their statements. And as you can see, if there is no reconciled warrant lodged for possession, then they don't have possession. Therefore, they have no standing in the court. So I'd like to thank the Irish Inquiry again and everyone who helped to put these things in the order that they need to be for to get it out there to the people. These corporations, banks, are just wiping the floor with us all, and it is going to get worse. There's no doubt about it. But this case for KBC, this is on a knife edge, because the McGanns, if the McGanns get justice, everything that KBC has repossessed was done fraudulently. So that's the knife edge, and that's what I'm saying to the people of Ireland. Stand up and get it out there. Whatever ways, you won't get it through the mainstream media, but link up with each other and get talking and deliver your message that we will not stand for this corruption. We've seen Leo Varadkar and Pascal Donoghue given a clap on the back to KBC Bank after what they've done. He stood up in the Dáil and called the people that stood up to these criminals. He called them criminals. So his side, we know which side of the fence he's on. But after this evidence, and if he wants, we can put it all in a booklet for him and let him put it before the court. The Attorney General, we have notified different ones as this case has been going along. It's before the courts. That's the answer. They cannot intervene. Well, the courts are not working. So we might have to implement the article of the Constitution where it says we have to disband them if they're not operating. So they're supposed to be there by us, for us. So that needs to come to pass now. So thanks again to everyone, and a happy Christmas. And just think of the people that has been evicted from their homes. And in this case with the McGanns, this is their third Christmas out of their home. And during that period, the bank has wrecked their house, their sheds, and everything. It's never going to be habitable again. And they were living in it until this happened. So just to let you remember that and keep each other's backs for the Christmas, look after each other. God bless. Thanks.